Hello and welcome to Inside Cal Football presented by Dosanjh Family Auto Group. I'm your host, Justin Allegri. On this episode, the Bears in the regular season finale getting a great win over a ranked SMU team. We'll talk about that game and the upcoming offseason with interim head coach Nick Rolovich. But first, let's head back to Strawberry Canyon for those highlights.
This team's going to be out together one last time. We're not going to come in here and fold tonight, man.
Hell no.
We're not going to come in here and fold.
Hell no.
This is the last time that I get to take the field with my brothers.
Yes, sir.
It's been an honor, man, to play for y'all, to be y'all captain, to speak in front of the group. Every single time it's been an honor. I'll give it everything for y'all tonight. I'll give it everything for y'all tonight. And I expect y'all to do the same.
Yes, sir.
So let's go out there, man, kick some ass. Let's go. Bears on the go. Go.
It's the regular season finale from Berkeley this evening. The Bears hosting the 25th ranked SMU Mustangs. A lot of change this past week for California, who are now under interim head coach Nick Rolovich and will play their senior day game against a high-powered SMU defense. The Mustangs with a lot on the line too. A win would punch their ticket to the ACC championship game. It's the Bears and the Mustangs here from California Memorial Stadium. Second down and 10 now. Snap taken for JKS. He's looking downfield. He throws, completes at the 35-yard line to DeJesus on a quick in-cut there. Moses makes the tackle at the 38-yard line. First down, California. DeJesus, the man in motion now and dropping to throw and throwing the screen to Raphael. Makes the catch, beats past the block at the 40, 45, down to the 50-yard line. And boy, the speed on display there. A 12-yard catch and run. Chase Meyer lining up a 40-yard field goal, middle of the field from right to left. The snap is down. The kick is up from right to left. It's on its way, and it is good. Chase Meyer knocks through a 40-yarder, his 9th field goal of the season, and the first points on the board are for the Bears. 3:23 to go in the first quarter. It's 3-0 California. Maryland in motion, the handoff again, trying to wait for the hole to open up. Chris Johnson to the right side, 35-40, 45-50, and he's going to break free down the near sideline and house call this one. Man, what a big burst of speed from the 45-yard line. He was gone. It's 7-3 Mustangs. It's a 1st and 10 from the SMU 35-yard line. Raphael the single back to the right of JKS. He faces the 4-man rush. JKS to throw. Heaves it downfield. He's got Plummer behind coverage. Reaches around. Wrestles it in for the touchdown. A great effort on the catch. For his first career score, Plummer is in on just his 2nd reception of the season.
That is the ball I have been waiting for since Oregon State. This time he got back there and let it rip to the outside, and Javen Plummer came back and made a fantastic catch to haul that ball in.
10-7 California lead. Game on, say the Bears. 4 receivers now for Jennings, dropping back to throw, underneath, deflected, intercepted at the 30-yard line, bringing it back to the 20 and stumbling and falling over is Aiden Manitai. The deflection, the pick, and the Bears are in business in the red zone. So now they'll adjust the protection with Tofi, the tight end, moving to the left side of the line. Shotgun snap, handoff. Raphael tries to get to the edge, shakes the first contact, and sprinting out to the far sideline and diving for the first down. He's got it. Bears leading 10-7, trying to add on to it here. JKS flips out to the screen for DeJesus. Good blocking ahead. DeJesus to the 5, to the goal line. Touchdown, California! And give us a backflip, DeJesus.
Punctuating with the backflip. We talk about him every single week. He comes in at 5'7", 170, but his heart is 6'5", 260. This dude is an absolute football player. He loves the game. He is constantly smiling. He brings so much energy to this team. That is the kind of guy that you want to build a team around.
5 plays, 17 yards, 2:43 off the clock, and a touchdown after the pick to add on to their lead. It's 17-7 California with 10:29 to go here in the first half. 1st and 10 out of the pistol formation, twirling around and handing off to Johnson, and running him down from his side is Paco Austin from his corner position. No gain.
Great job by Paco Austin.
Bears with 4 linemen lined up, low snap taken, Harden the sweeping handoff, turns to his right, tried to get it back upfield on that cut that you're talking about, but he's tackled for a loss by Kedu Luave. Jennings taking the snap, just a 3-man rush. Jennings to throw, flush from the pocket, rolling to his right. Kedu Luave in pursuit, brings him down, pushes him into the sideline. He gets rid of the ball, but I don't know if he did in time.
Quarterbacks never realize how fast Cade Uluwave is. His closing speed is sensational.
3rd and 2 from the SMU 49. To throw is Jennings. They set up the screen again. McFall on the outside, gets past the block, and Cade Uluwave does keep him in bounds. 4 receiver set, 8 seconds to play. Jennings to throw, sticks his foot on the ground, pump fakes once, pump fakes twice. He's gonna get hit. He's gonna be brought down in the backfield. Chris Victor wrapped him up and turns him to the turf, and that'll end the first half.
Leading 17-7 at halftime. What were you most pleased with in that first half from your guys?
They're playing for each other. These guys are proud to be members of this university. They're proud to play together. They love each other, and they've really galvanized a hard-fought first half. Now we got to finish this thing.
What's it like for you being a head coach again?
Oh, it's pretty fun.
Awesome first half. It's evident why you're playing, but we still got to play clean. Okay? We got to expect their best coming out the second half. And we'll keep giving them our best, boys. Okay? Get a break. Let's get out of here. Go. Finish. Hey, hold on. 3, 1, 2, 3. Finish it off.
4-man rush for JKS to throw. He'll throw to the far side, flat breaking around the outside of the 50, 45-40. Hendrick Raphael leaves his feet, goes over a defender at the 30-yard line, and he can play that game too. It's a first down for the Bears all the way to the 27. 2nd and goal from the 29. JKS facing the 4-man rush, 3-step drop, throws to the far side of the field, coming back to Jesus at the 15-yard line, falls over and makes the catch, keeps 1 foot in bound at the 15. With 8:35 to go in the 3rd quarter. DeJesus motion right to left, here comes the blitz now, JKS to throw over the middle, leaping up to make a catch in the end zone, Cole Basha, touchdown California!
What a throw. JKS had Isaiah Smith right in his lap, falling away. He puts one up there that only his man could get, and Cole Basha goes up the ladder to make the play, high back shoulder. Man, that is highlight reel stuff.
24-7 California with the lead, an 11-play, 75-yard drive.
It's easy when you're being led by 3 down the field. It gives you a lot of confidence when you got him marching you down the field. I was thankful. Thankful that we got a score in a critical moment to give our team just a position to move forward and keep going, keep the momentum.
So it's 1st and goal from the 9-yard line for SMU. Jennings fakes the handoff, throws the screen to Hudson. Hudson is just cracked by Cade Uluwave. He sends him flying into the air.
So fast.
And falls at the 6. It's 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. Pistol set now. They fake again. The throw to the near sideline. Hibner makes the catch, dives for the pylon, and he's in for the touchdown. Once again, a 10-point game. California 24, SMU 14. 2 receivers to either side. Raphael in the backfield. Here's Dixonville in motion. JKS dropping to throw. Throws to the far sideline. Tron Grizel reaching up to make the catch for a first down on just a dart thrown by JKS.
And that has to do with Cal running the ball so efficiently tonight, too.
Now the handoff to Raphael. Cuts back to the right. Gets past the 25. Has an 8-yard gain. Start the 4th quarter. It's a 2nd and 15 from the 32 of SMU. JKS dropping back to throw. Has some time. He's going to air it out toward the end zone. Wide open, making the catch. Q Adams with the answer. Touchdown, California.
You want to try to match up. You want to try to press in that slot position. Okay, couldn't put a hand on him, and JKS put the perfect ball on the over-the-top ball. That's 2 balls over the top tonight. We haven't seen that all year long since Oregon State.
A big punch thrown from California, a 32-yard touchdown that caps a 9-play, 75-yard drive in just under 5 minutes. Now it's a fake of a handoff. Jennings is going to keep it, a run left, and easily stroll into the end zone for an SMU touchdown. Quick tempo offense, and this one gets them downfield in a hurry and gets the touchdown they desperately needed on this drive. Bears leading by 10. Mustangs with the ball, the handoff, bouncing off to the left. Not any running room this time. The edge was set. He's strung out from Chris Victor. Also, Jaden Wayne was there, and it's a loss of 2. Back to the 48. Jennings in the shotgun, 2 seconds on the play clock, just gets it off. Looks to his left, he throws the fade toward the end zone, and reaching up to fight for it, make a catch and get a foot in. Jordan Hudson, touchdown, SMU. Spectacular effort there from Jordan Hudson. Do you burn a timeout here if you're the Bears? They do get the snap off quickly. Hand off to the right, and at the 39-yard line, they'll get a yard on this play. Out of the shotgun, Jennings. Hands off to Harden. Harden is through a big hole and into the end zone for a touchdown. And for the first time since the opening quarter when it was 7-3, SMU has retaken the lead. JKS out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, quickly throws out to the far side at the 30-yard line. Turning it upfield on the far numbers is DeJesus. JKS, 290 yards passing. He's going to throw again. Time in the pocket, throws underneath the Raphael with some space to the 35 to the 30, is upended as he falls forward at the 28-yard line. First down, California. Clock winding, 1:20 to go. JKS to throw, steps up again, throws over the middle and completes at the 6-yard line. It's Basha again to make the grab, take a hit at the 5. DeJesus motion, stops off the right side of the line. Handoff to Raphael, bounces out to the left, tries to reach for the pylon, wrestled to the turf. He's in! Got the ball over the plane! Touchdown, California!
Because he was tackled on top of the defensive player, he would have been short, but he rolled on top of the defensive player into the end zone. That became a touchdown.
Jennings out of the shotgun, 3 receivers to the boundary on the near side, fakes the handoff, looks to the left, he throws and completes at the 40-yard line. Upended is R.J. Maryland to try and tie this game. Snap is good, kick is up from right to left, end over end, has enough distance, it's angling, and it is wide to the right with 3 seconds left.
I am incredibly proud of these young men right now.
The knee is down and the Bears will upset the 25th ranked SMU Mustangs. 38-35 the final score.
It's amazing. We've been through a lot as a team, and just to be put in this opportunity, we can't mope around and stuff. So now we're here. Everybody believed, and we just won, man. That's it. That's it. Let's go, baby.
It was a bumpy road this season. I feel like we're a lot better team than we have shown this whole season, but we seen a glimpse of it, and this was a glimpse today. And so that's for Coach Wilcox right there, man. We really appreciate him and everything that he's done for us, man. And I'm just glad that we got a great team win today.
Thank you guys for believing me and playing for yourselves and each other and having a wonderful senior night. Okay, it's my first time doing this, but all the seniors get up here. You know what to do. You know it. Why you tell the story? Why you tell the whole damn world this is Bear territory? You know it. Why you tell the story? Why you tell the whole damn world this is Bear territory? You know it. Why you tell the story? Why you tell the whole damn world this is Bear territory?
A win for Cal, knocking SMU out of the ACC championship game. We'll step aside on Inside Cal Football, presented by Dosanjh Family Auto Group. When we return, we'll hear from interim head coach Nick Rolovich. That's coming up right after this.
You bring your curiosity, your ambition, your spirit to Berkeley to be an AI machine learning, twisting, turning, flipping, video game soundtrack performer. A student of human rights strengthening, sustainable architecting, quantum science pioneers. A member of solar car designing and racing, community-driven student farming, football team rousing communities. You bring your whole self to Berkeley to be a part of the greatest public university.
Dosanjh Family Auto Group, proud partners of Cal football.
Congratulations on your new truck, Jared.
Thank you. Looking forward to driving it, Jesse. Thank you.
Be good.
Thank you.
Go Bears.
Welcome back to Inside Cal Football, presented by Dosanjh Family Auto Group. We're now joined by the interim head coach for Cal, Nick Rolovich. It's good to see you. And what a nice win to end the regular season, wasn't it?
It'd be hard to be better than that.
Yeah, let's talk about that SMU game, because you and I spoke before that game about managing the emotions of the team as being such a big role of that. And it certainly seemed like the emotions were great and the team played well together.
I thought they did, and I thought they did a nice job for the seniors. I thought the seniors did a nice job to end their season at Memorial Stadium right.
Yeah.
I think, it was a general increase towards football throughout the week, but there was early care from the whole staff on how these guys are doing with what had just happened, and just really proud of the way they played, because they did play hard, and they played for each other, and they played tough, and they believed they could win, and down to the last second.
Oftentimes in those senior days, and maybe even now, senior days for multiple players, they've seen multiple senior days, but it's one of those things where they rally the team around them. Did you see that?
I think it was just, I'm sure that was part of the ingredients, but I also think it was them together as a group doing something special.
Yeah.
And I think the seniors were probably the arrow point of that, but there was a lot of genuine buy-in to play well and play for each other, which was awesome to see, and I think shows what this team could be.
Talk about the game plan in that one too, because you came out with those extra blockers, those extra tight ends, if you want to call them that. I think that both of them were 300 pounds, and it really did help early. It seemed like you guys established the run.
Well, yeah, Fred and Keeley, and we were down tight ends early in the week, and so there was some good creativeness and adjustment by the offensive staff. Saw some 10 personnel stuff. I think it cleared up some running lanes. I thought you saw Kendrick really run hard. I thought you saw him finishing runs. And then you see a momentum of establishing the line of scrimmage. You saw O-line building confidence and kind of what we've been striving for all season. And I think it had a little bit to do to spread them out a little bit, and I think the coaches did a nice job with that game plan, getting it going. And then the run started really becoming a weapon for us and opening up some great throws by Jaron, who, as we all know, can really sling that thing.
That's the thing about Kendrick this year. We've known him to finish. Like, his red zone numbers are great. He's getting into the end zone a lot. But it's those in the middle of the game where you're trying to get that drive and establish the tempo, where we've seen at times him struggle. Maybe that's the offensive line play too, but in this game in particular, he was hitting the hole, he was running hard.
Well, yeah, I think he's made plays, especially the last month, that probably don't make a lot of the highlight reels, but what they do for the drive to keep it going. Even the touchdown run to win the game was one of those, but we were efficient on first down, and I think that really kind of gave some freedom in the playbook and some confidence to everybody on offense.
Yeah, well, you mentioned JKS. I mean, obviously 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, over 300 yards, led that final drive just beautifully.
You don't see many freshmen do it like that.
Right. I mean, we've talked about him a lot this year, but we haven't heard from you necessarily about him. So from your vantage point, what is his, not only this game, what has his season progression been like?
He came in accurate. He's still accurate. I think he has excellent eyes. And I think he had a competitiveness that was always there, but I think him having some success, him having other players, maybe seniors or older players, really believe in him, even boosted that even more. And then I also thought you saw a calmness in that last drive, where he has emotion, but he was very focused. He was laser focused in that drive, and he was going to win that thing.
Yeah, well, and that's something you love to see as a progression. And another sign of that, too, is he used 3 different receivers for a touchdown that hadn't caught a touchdown yet this year. So I don't know if that was an element to the game plan or just guys stepping up in a certain situation.
Well, I think it was guys stepping up, and depending on the look, is where he's going to go with the ball. I mean, but probably the one that needs to get shot out is Cole Basha. Yeah. I mean, a guy who earned his way on teams, and we had a couple injuries throughout the season. Hey, let's take a look at Cole doing this, doing that. He's so multiple in his roles, and he's such a wonderful kid, and you see why he's grinded his way to the lineup. And it's a great thing for young football players, young athletes of any sports to see. And if you knew his story and how much every day in, day out he just worked to get better and be a great teammate, and he's finally getting some recognition on the field with some stats and catches and big-time catches.
Yeah.
Big-time catches.
Well, and I think you could take away the stats, too, and the wide receiver blocking just in general in this game made an impact.
I think that's a byproduct of the love of the locker room for this game. I think that's lumped into the playing for each other deal.
Yeah. Well, how did it feel for you to get back out
Cold.
there? Come on, this had to be good for you.
Somebody asked me if I was tearing up in the press conference. I said no, I was just shivering. It was really fun, really gratifying to be able to get to do it. Just very grateful for the opportunity, and how it worked out is very unique. But to be out there on the sideline, and I think that's what I'm supposed to be doing, which is great. And I thank Cal for letting me back in for sure.
All right, we got more to talk with Nick Rolovich about. We're going to do that in a moment when we return right after this.
You bring your curiosity, your ambition, your spirit to Berkeley to be an AI machine learning, twisting, turning, flipping, video game soundtrack performer. A student of human rights strengthening, sustainable architecting, quantum science pioneers. A member of solar car designing and racing, community-driven student farming, football team rousing communities. You bring your whole self to Berkeley to be a part of the greatest public university.
Dosanjh Family Auto Group, proud partners of Cal football.
Congratulations on your new truck, Jared.
Thank you. Looking forward to driving you, Jesse. Thank you.
Good luck. Be good.
Thank you.
Go Bears.
Welcome back on Inside Cal Football, presented by Dosanjh Family Auto Group. We continue to talk with the interim head coach, Nick Rolovich. And now, after the regular season is over, it's an important offseason coming up, and it happens really quickly here. I know we can't really get into too many details about signing day here, but just your initial thoughts on the signing class coming up and the guys that could be coming to Cal.
Well, I think every offseason's critical for a program, but signing day is always a special day for all the kids joining us. And what they've found at Cal is the education, the high level of football, and the culture of the team is something that really stands out consistently when you talk to these guys, and I think they're excited to be part of it.
And as we record this, we don't know which bowl Cal is going to, and that process will be played out. Right? I mean, right? It'd be nice. But we do know that it will give you guys extra practice time.
Yes.
And when you start stacking bowl game after bowl game after bowl game over the course of several seasons, those extra practices certainly help. How are you guys approaching those extra practices?
Well, depending on the timing of which bowl it is, you get 15 practices. Now, this is a time of real development for younger players. This is a time for mentorship from older players. I think you can be variable. You don't have to be the same every practice. I think freshness and appreciation of the work to this point is important. But they still got to stay in football shape and continue to be the best they can after the season. And with a little bit of break, we gave them this last week. Got a couple lifts in, but pretty soon we find out what bowl game is, we'll start scheduling out those 15.
Yeah, and I'll just put a name out there as using an example. Somebody like Anthony League, who's played in his 4 games, which you can do now and still maintain your red shirt, but the bowl game is a free game for anybody. Yes. So somebody like him, and then there are a lot of examples.
Yeah, I thought one thing I noticed throughout this season, I thought Coach Wilcox, and we continued it, is really monitoring and not wasting a guy's red shirt on the 5 games. I think we were very aware of it. I think there was good discussion about it. Anthony League is one. You think of John Tofey Jr., who made a late switch because of some tight end injuries, has come over and played some snaps and helped on special teams. Those guys are probably the ones that could benefit the most from the practice time and then being able to play in another game without having the red shirt and keeping their red shirt is a good rule, and I think it's a smart rule for the development of the game.
Well, and then there's other players like maybe Cade, who's trying to showcase his talents to potential NFL scouts in another game, right?
Yeah, I think Cade's shown a lot. He's got a lot of film, and I mean, defense was flying around in this last game versus SMU. I mean, you saw some really high-level plays, but yeah, I mean, there's another opportunity on national TV to play against good comp and put some better film out there.
All right, that's the interim head coach, Nick Rolovich. And again, Cal doesn't know which bowl that they're headed to, but you can stay tuned to calbears.com or all the social channels to find out. We appreciate the time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
All right, that's our last episode for a little while, but we appreciate you tuning in once again. We'll talk to you next time here on Inside Cal Football, presented by Dosanjh Family Auto Group.